Hello and welcome. You're watching the Monday edition of This Is Exclusive with me, Sharad Pawar. The never-ending twists and turns in Maharashtra. Ajit Pawar says that they have now appointed national president of the party, something that has been contested by Supriya Sule. All this and much more. The bigger question is, who exactly has the numbers? Tonight, we'll give you full details of the number game, because that's where the entire story lies. All this and much more on this edition of This Is Exclusive. But up first, these are the headlines we're tracking for you at this hour. Moments after Sharad Pawar sacks Sunil Tatkare from party, Ajit Pawar camp appoints Sunil Tatkare as the NCP state president. Ajit Pawar claims more than 40 MLAs and bulk of MLCs of NCP in support of his camp. After numbers, the fight is now about symbol and name. Ajit's camp claims that the NCP symbol and name is theirs. Speaker meets Fadnavis now in assembly set to discuss disqualification petitions. On being questioned who will be the NCP president, Ajit Pawar says Sharad Pawar is the party's national president. After Sharad Pawar's loyalists dump him, Pawar pledges to rebuild NCP from scratch. Well, Ajit Pawar pulled off a stunning revolt in the NCP, triggering a vertical split, and joined hands with the ruling Shiv Sena BJP alliance in Maharashtra to become the deputy chief minister. Not for the first time, Ajit Pawar has become the deputy chief minister not only with the BJP but in the past in the Congress government, and of course the latest being the Mahavikas Aghadi government. A move that essentially could undermine party supremo Sharad Pawar and dent efforts for opposition unity ahead of the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. Now, in a sudden turn of events that capped weeks of speculation over the senior NCP leader's next political move and came as a shocker to Sharad Pawar, 8 other NCP leaders, some of whom are considered to be close aides of Sharad Pawar. In fact, what you see right now on your screen on the right hand side is one of the closest aides of Sharad Pawar, Praful Patel. Along with him is Chhagan Bhujbal. Remember, last time when that effort was essentially made by Ajit Pawar back in May of trying to switch over to the Bharatiya Janata Party, that was completely shortchanged by none other than Sharad Pawar with the help of Praful Patel and Chhagan Bhujbal. But this time, the message that is being sent across is the fact that Praful Patel as well as Chhagan Bhujbal is on the side of Ajit Pawar. The question here is that who exactly has the numbers? Let's try and recap this for you viewers, because if you hear the statements that have been made by Ajit Pawar soon after he stepped out of Raj Bhavan and the press conference that was done, he never spoke about a specific number. Simply said that he has all the legislators with him. Late last evening, Supriya Sule was in a huddle with Jitendra Awad and Jayant Patil. Thereafter, information came in that they were dialing every possible legislator to find out whether at all they are the side of Sharad Pawar. Till about this morning, roughly about 15 legislators, we were given to understand, hadn't decided whether they would be siding with Ajit Pawar or would it be Sharad Pawar. Important to point out here is the fact that Sharad Pawar has also conceded defeat to a certain extent. The reason being, he says that he is going to rebuild the party from scratch. Tonight on this edition of This Is Exclusive, we're going to get you the numbers, the claims that are being made, and we'll break it down for you viewers that whether it all are the only legislators or there are parliamentarians who are now siding with Ajit Pawar, because that becomes the crucial aspect. It takes away the power that Sharad Pawar was enjoying all this while. We'll try and go across to our reporters on the ground, and then we also have several interviews lined up for you. We've spoken to Dhananjay Munde, again a close aide of Ajit Pawar, who spoke to us earlier in the day and said that the numbers are intact and they do not need to worry at this point in time. In fact, Praful Patel, with whom Republic spoke a short while back, said that the numbers would be revealed in a short period of time. In fact, they have enough numbers with them. We'll try and go across to our reporters on the ground. Alisha is going to join us. Along with her, we have Sandeep, who's been covering from the NCP office, Simran, as well as Madhurma joining us from Fadnavis's residence in a short while from now. But before that, we'll try and also play out some of the interviews that we have accessed.
Even though Ajit Pawar was sworn in as the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, proving a majority in the assembly is still a challenge for Sharad Pawar's nephew. Ajit Pawar has claimed that he has 35 signatures and is expecting 7 more to join him. Even the BJP is claiming that the newly appointed Deputy Chief Minister will have a comfortable majority.
एकनाथ शिंदे खतरे में नहीं है, वो खतरे के बाहर आकर वो बीजेपी के साथ वो आए हैं और उनके साथ 40 एमएलए मतलब शिवसेना के आए हैं, इसलिए उनके पद को बिल्कुल धोखा नहीं है, डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन नहीं होगा और अगर होता भी है तो भी एकनाथ शिंदे को एक ऐसा मुख्यमंत्री रखना है.
But the Sharad Pawar camp claims support of majority.
पिटीशन हमने विधानसभा के अध्यक्ष साहब के यहाँ
Well, in fact, that's Eknath Shinde, Chief Minister of Maharashtra, addressing the supporters. We'll come to that aspect too. What are the repercussions of this new alliance on the Shinde camp? Because remember, with the cabinet reshuffle on the cards, Shinde camp has also been pushing very hard to get their names in it. We'll try and get you more details from Shinde camp in a short while from now. But let's just take you through some of the breaking news that we're getting in. Maximum NCP MLAs wanted an alliance with the BJP. In fact, NCP legislators do not have the faith in Supriya Sule. 3 NCP Lok Sabha parliamentarians are also likely to join Ajit Pawar. That's the latest we're getting in. We'll try and go across to Madhurma, who's getting us the latest details in terms of the numbers. What we are going to do right now is also going to put out the full list of the legislators who are currently supporting Ajit Pawar, which also includes MLCs and Rajya Sabha parliamentarians. Over to you, Madhurma, as you're getting us more details. What is it that you're picking up in terms of the numbers? Because as I understand, till about this morning, about 1 o'clock this afternoon, when I was also speaking to some of my sources within the NCP camp, they were saying that at least from Sharad Pawar's camp rather, they were saying that at least 15 MLAs are still undecided, and the number as far as Ajit Pawar is concerned with him does not go anything beyond 35. But it seems that you've spoken to a few others, they are saying that that's not the case, it's way more than that. So put out the number for our viewers.
Well, Shravan, top sources inside the BJP have told us that they're very confident of the claims that have been made by Ajit Pawar. So what we are learning as of this moment is that 40 MLAs are confirmed, and this number can go as high as 43. And this can go to 43 by tomorrow noon or evening. Moving on, it will be a big jolt for Sharad Pawar, as there will be 3 Lok Sabha MPs as well that are ready to shift sides and loyalty. Instead of Sharad Pawar, it's going to be Ajit Pawar, and the interest will be inclining towards the BJP. Following which 6 MLCs and 1 Rajya Sabha MP from the NCP is also ready to extend their support to Ajit Pawar. So these are the numbers that we are putting out exclusively for viewers, that these numbers are coming from the top sources in the BJP, that they are confident, and which is why they have played this bet. Also, like you were pointing out, that NCP MLAs ever since the beginning 2019, like we also heard Devendra Fadnavis telling us in an exclusive interview that there was indeed an agreement for NCP and BJP to come together, and ever since all those maximum of NCP MLAs wanted to have an alliance with the BJP, and specifically after this promotion of Supriya Sule, the NCP MLAs were not sure because they believe that according to our sources that Supriya Sule does not have the mettle that Sharad Pawar had and that Ajit Pawar could offer. So these were few reasons why the massive support has turned out behind Ajit Pawar. Shravan, this is the exclusive that we are getting for viewers at this hour, and what needs to be seen here is that as far as cabinet expansion is concerned, like you were pointing out, the Shinde camp is a little apprehensive about the changes, but what we are learning as well that there is going to be an amicable distribution of ministries, as a lot of legislatures over here
perhaps just
have more than 2 to 3 ministries.
Madhurima, we'll just shift our focus for a brief bit to another breaking news now coming in. First on Republic, getting full details of the land for jobs scam. Top sources within the Central Bureau of Investigation have now confirmed to Republic TV the Deputy Chief Minister of Bihar, Tejasvi Yadav, has now been charge-sheeted by the CBI. Along with him is former Union Minister Lalu Prasad Yadav and former Bihar Chief Minister Rabri Devi too have been charge-sheeted in the land for jobs scam. Remember, the allegation that has been levelled against the Deputy Chief Minister is that he is a beneficiary from the proceeds of crime. More importantly, as far as the Union Minister is concerned, Lalu Prasad Yadav, when he was at the helm of affairs in the Railway Ministry, in lieu for jobs, land were taken from undeserving candidates, and Rabri Devi too has now been named. We'll try and go across to our senior editor Prakash, getting us more details of it. Prakash, top sources now confirming to Republic TV that Tejasvi Yadav has also been named in the charge sheet that has been filed by the Central Bureau of Investigation. Along with him is former Railway Minister Lalu Prasad Yadav and Bihar Chief Minister Rabri Devi.
Well, Tejasvi Yadav has been named, and he claims that he was a minor at that time. But how the case has proceeded is a matter of legal tenability. But we get to know that since the proceeds of the crime, as you mentioned, Shaman, has been enjoyed by Tejasvi Yadav, and as a part of that, he's been named in the charge sheet. And yes, Lalu Yadav being the main accused, along with other members of his family, because he was the railway minister during that time, and in the land for job scam, all these people have been named, and there were several plots of land in lieu of which benefits were given to people concerned who were close to Lalu Yadav, and thereafter jobs were given and lands were transferred as gifts in the name of Tejasvi Yadav, Tejpratap Yadav, as well as various other family members, Misa Bharti, Rabri Devi, and others. Now, this entire episode taking a very interesting turn, because this case has been going on since 2008-9, and thereafter in 2017 we had broken a series of stories pertaining to Lalu Yadav's gift. Lalu Yadav and his family members getting various gifts in the form of plots, flats, etc., and which was later exposed by the BJP as well. So now, loose tightening on Lalu Yadav and family members, especially in the land for job scam. There are other cases as well pertaining to IRCTC scam, which will also trouble Lalu and his family members a lot, because Tejasvi has already been named in that charge sheet, and the case is going on in the Patiala court in Delhi. Back to you.
Prakash, just a quick question that I wanted to take with you. Prakash, if you can hear me. Prakash, just a quick question with regards to the proceeds of crime being linked to Tejasvi Yadav. I remember when we broke the story, Tejasvi Yadav had responded by saying that, look here, I was a child. How exactly are you linking me to this particular scam? And secondly, he said that there were no links that he had with an under construction mall in Delhi NCR region. What is it that you're picking up from the RJD camp?
Well, pertaining to the mall that was being constructed in Delhi, Tejasvi Yadav then had denied that he has an involvement in that particular case, and he had even attacked the media. But and at that point in time, the investigating agencies, the CBI, had also no clue as to what kind of mall they were talking about, because there was a lot of confusion during that time. One fails to understand now. So as far as the mall that was being constructed, there was no clarity at that point in time, Shawan, and Tejasvi Yadav had eventually attacked the media for maligning his name in the said mall that was being constructed. So it is a matter of investigation, and I'm sure the investigating agency would be investigating pertaining to the construction of the said mall.
Well, thank you very much, Prakash, for getting us the latest details. We'll shift our focus back to what's really happening in Maharashtra. Jitendra Awad is now taking a press conference. But before that, we're getting in some breaking news, and also we've spoken to MLAs from Ajit Pawar's camp. In fact, for the first time, they've spoken about the numbers that they have. They are now claiming that 43 legislators are with them. In fact, Ajit Pawar camp has now requested Speaker to disqualify Jayant Patil and Jitendra Awad. Patil and Awad to seek a legal opinion is what we are being told. In a short while from now, we're going to also play out the reaction given by Amol Mitkari. He's an MLC and has also been appointed as the party spokesperson. He has spoken to my colleague Sandeep, and this is what he had to say. We'll play that interview in a short while from now. He says the total number of MLAs we have is about 43. They've collected an affidavit and given the letter of support to the governor, and it is only after that that the oath-taking ceremony took place. In fact, Amol Mitkari, who spoke to my colleague Sandeep a short while back, has now confirmed that 43 MLAs are with him.
का समर्थन है. अगर समर्थन नहीं बनता था तो अजीत दादा उप मुख्यमंत्री ही नहीं बनते थे.
लेकिन सवाल ये है कि बार बार वो ये कहा जा रहा है कि अजीत पवार और तमाम जो लोग हैं वो पार्टी के विरोध में उन्होंने कार्रवाई की और इसके वजह से डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन के लिए असेंबली के स्पीकर के पास जो है जितेंद्र अवार्ड और जयंत पाटिल पहुंचे.
देखिए, अवार्ड साहब के राइट्स वो है कि नहीं मुझे पता नहीं, कि डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन के राइट्स अभी प्रांताध्यक्ष सुनील तटकरे साहब जिनका चयन हुआ उनके पास है. अगर किसी ने पार्टी के खिलाफ बगावत की हो तो डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन का वो खुद लेटर दे सकते हैं वो विधानसभा के अध्यक्ष को, यानी राहुल नार्वेकर जी को. अब नार्वेकर जी को जितेंद्र अवार्ड साहब ने भी लेटर दिया, हमारी तरफ से भी लेटर देने का अभी प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में बोला. तो पार्टी के खिलाफ अगर कोई बगावत करता होगा तो उस पर डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन की कार्रवाई हो. ऐसे पार्टी के वरिष्ठ नेता ठहराएंगे उसमें।
लेकिन सवाल यह है कि अब आगे क्या? अजीत पवार अपनी भूमिका को लेकर के वो साफ उन्होंने कह दिया है कि वो सरकार में बने रहेंगे, मोदी जी को सपोर्ट करेंगे, लेकिन अभी भी समस्या यही है कि शरद पवार अभी भी नहीं मान रहे। शरद पवार को मनाने का प्रयास किया गया है।
देखिए, अभी आपके सामने खुद हाथ जोड़ के प्रयास हुआ है। खुद प्रफुल्ल पटेल साहब ने कहा है, छगन भुजबल साहब ने कहा है कि आपके आशीष हमारे सर पे कायम रखिए। हम तो यही चाहते हैं कि पक्ष में ऐसा कुछ बवाल खड़ा ना हो, पार्टी एक जगह रहे, एकजुट रहे, मजबूत रहे। लेकिन अगर कोई नए लोग आके उसमें कंट्रोवर्सी करके फिर राष्ट्रवादी पार्टी में भेद करने का प्रयास कर रहे हो, तो पवार साहब बड़े नेता है, वो समझ सकते हैं इस बात को। अजीत दादा के नेतृत्व में महाराष्ट्र में राष्ट्रवादी कांग्रेस पार्टी आगे जा सकती है। ये तो काले पत्थर की सफेद लकीर है सर।
नए लोग का मतलब क्या? जितेंद्र आवाड़ और जयंत पाटिल, क्योंकि
तो पुराने लोग हैं,
लेकिन
पुराने लोग हैं।
हाँ, तो फिर नए लोग कौन है? जो पार्टी
लोग जो अभी जो कल ब्लेड के पत्ते कोई मार रहा है, कोई कालीद पोत रहा है, इनका पार्टी से क्या ताल्लुक आता है? कौन है ये लोग? 40-40 साल तक जिस आदमी ने काम किया महाराष्ट्र में, अजीत दादा जैसे बड़े नेता ने, उन पे आप कालीद पोतोगे? ये कौन सी राजनीति हो गई भाई? छगन भुजबल साहब कोई आज के नेता नहीं है। 1999 से लेकर 1999 से लेकर पार्टी के साथ है। उनके फोटो पे कालीद पोती जाती है। आज कोई पार्टी कार्यालय से उनकी तस्वीरें हटा दी गई। ये जो करने वाले लोग हैं, इनको राष्ट्रवादी कांग्रेस पार्टी की भूमिका नहीं समझ पाए ये लोग। ये एजेंडा उनको समझ में नहीं आता है। राष्ट्रवादी कांग्रेस पार्टी की भूमिका आगे ले जाने वाला एक ही नेता अभी अगर पवार साहब के बाद कोई देश में होगा तो वो अजीत दादा है। उनके हाथ में पार्टी।
फिर क्या एनसीपी का शिवसेना हो रहा है? ऐसी बातें भी कही जा रही है।
कहने वालों को क्या है? कहने वाले कुछ भी कहेंगे। हमारा कोई गट तट तो नहीं है, ना हमने बगावत की, ना बंडखोरी की। राष्ट्रवादी कांग्रेस पार्टी पवार साहब को मानती है और पवार साहब को मानने वाले लोग हैं भाई हम।
लेकिन सवाल अभी भी यही है कि कितने विधायक? आप लोग नंबर क्यों नहीं बताते?
40 में तो बता रहा हूं आपको। टोटल राष्ट्रवादी के विधायक थे 54। अब 40 का गठबंधन का लेटर गया है और 3 उसमें अपक्ष भी आ गए। श्याम सुंदर शिंदे, संजय मामा शिंदे, देवेंद्र भुयार, ये 3 आ गए और 40 पहले। अभी तो 43 तक आंकड़ा गया। मैं तो आंकड़ा बता रहा हूं आपको। अगर ये लेटर नहीं होता तो राजभवन में शपथ विधि होती ही नहीं।
ये सिग्नेचर के साथ लेटर
एफिडेविट पे लिख के मैंने दिया है, मैंने खुद दिया है। विधान परिषद का सदस्य इस नाते दूसरे नंबर पे मेरा ही नाम है, मैंने खुद दिया है।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया हमसे बात करने के लिए। तो ये थे अमोल मिटकरी एंड ही जस्ट स्पोक टू अस एंड मेंशंस दैट ही हैज रिटन अ लेटर टू द गवर्नर एंड इन फैक्ट 43 letter of support has been submitted to the Maharashtra governor.
Well, that's the first big confirmation now coming in from Ajit Pawar's camp. The man who collected the affidavit speaks to Republic TV and says that 43 legislators have signed the affidavit and that has been shared with the governor. The big confirmation now coming in tonight at 10 p.m. This is also going to be debated by Editor-in-Chief Arnab Goswami. What impact does it have on the opposition unity with Sharad Pawar left with no party?
Whiting School of Engineering at Johns Hopkins University, the top 7th ranked university of the US, and Amity University have partnered to offer master's and doctoral degrees in engineering. Study partly in India and partly in the US or fully in India. For details, visit amity.edu/WSEJHU.
Hello, Moto. Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news updates from across the country only on Republic TV. Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news update from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news update from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news update from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto. Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news updates from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news update from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news updates from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news update from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news updates from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news updates from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news update from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news update from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news update from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand.
क्या वो अभी 16 पार्टी इकट्ठा हो रही है देश में मोदी जी के खिलाफ, उनकी दशा क्या है? वो सब मिलके 60 सीट ने पा लेंगे संसद का, लोकसभा का, और ऐसे इकट्ठा हो रहे हैं। अभी उनकी ताकत तो वो तो कमजोर होते जाए सब पार्टी, तो ये जो प्रयास कर रहे हैं वो सफल नहीं होंगे।
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news update from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news updates from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news updates from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news update from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news update from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news update from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news update from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news update from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news updates from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola India's best 5G smartphone brand brings you the latest breaking news update from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto. Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news updates from across the country only on Republic TV. Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news update from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola India's best 5G smartphone brand brings you the latest breaking news update from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news update from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto.
You are a political strategist. You want to have a big alliance. सिर्फ आपको अभी रोल पता नहीं क्योंकि एकनाथ शिंदे को है आपके साथ, शिवसेना है, अभी अजीत पवार को कहाँ पे लाएंगे, कब लाएंगे, मगर आपने एक ऑप्शन रखा हुआ है इन द फ्यूचर। नहीं तो आप अभी तक, मैंने आपको अगर 7 सवाल पूछे, आप अभी तक बोल देते कभी नहीं होगा, मगर आपने नहीं कहा। यू लेफ्ट द ऑप्शन ओपन।
क्यों नहीं बोला मैंने इसलिए नहीं बोला कि एक ज़माना ये था कि जब मैं ये कहता था हम जिंदगी में एनसीपी के साथ नहीं जाएंगे, लेकिन 2019 में मुझे उनके साथ जाना पड़ा। पॉलिटिक्स में चीज़ें रूल आउट नहीं की जाती, लेकिन पॉलिटिक्स में चीज़ें परिस्थिति से तय होती है।
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand.
A very good evening. You're watching Republic and I'm Deepthi Sachdeva. Let's get kick-started with all the headlines at this hour. And do remember, the Maharashtra political circus continues to dominate headlines just moments after Sharad Pawar has sacked Tatkare from the party. The Ajit Pawar PAM also appears. They've appointed Sunil Tatkare now as the new NCP state president. So this clearly, ladies and gentlemen, is Pawar versus Pawar. Ajit Pawar now claims that more than 40 MLAs and bulk of the MLCs of the NCP are with him. So which is the real NCP? After numbers, the fight is now clearly about the symbol and the name. Ajit's camp claims that the NCP symbol and the name is only and only theirs. On being questioned who's going to be the NCP president, Ajit Pawar has a response. He says Sharad Pawar is the party's national president. What does this mean? What is the larger role of Sharad Pawar even now? And in more news that possibly will have a direct impact again on opposition unity and the state of Bihar, Lalu Prasad Yadav, Rabri Devi, Tejasvi Prasad Yadav for the moment have been charge-sheeted by the CBI in the land for jobs scam. What will Nitish Kumar do next? So let's get you more details on that top story that we just spoke about. The Central Bureau of Investigation, ladies and gentlemen, has filed a charge sheet in the Land for Jobs alleged scam case in the Rouse Avenue Court in Delhi. Now, this charge sheet is naming Bihar's Deputy Chief Minister Tejasvi Yadav. It also has several other names, including firms as the accused. The charge sheet has been filed against the former Union Minister of Railways, Lalu Prasad Yadav, already. The former Chief Minister of the state of Bihar, Rabri Devi, also already. The Deputy Chief Minister of Bihar, Tejasvi Prasad Yadav, now, and several others in the case related to the Land for Jobs scam. The CBI, here through its special public prosecutor, has informed the court that a fresh charge sheet is filed in the case despite a charge sheet that already has been filed. Why? because they say the alleged act is committed with a different modus operandi. So this is basically their justification of putting out a fresh charge sheet in the entire case. The court was also informed that sanctions are awaited against Lalu and 3 others, so possibly there could be action. Let's get in more details with our colleague Prakash and Shravan now, who will join us in just a moment. And before we go to Prakash, who's joining us from Bihar, we also have Shravan, who's joining us from our Delhi newsrooms, who's tracking the story closely. Also, Shravan, first up for our viewers, what really is this scam about? What is the larger role of Tejasvi Yadav, and what does this charge sheet really say in plain, simple terms?
Well, in fact, let me start with the latest development. Tejasvi Yadav, who wasn't really named in the FIR that was first registered by the Central Bureau of Investigation, has now been charge-sheeted. Now, this is a supplementary charge sheet, which the agency certainly has the right to do so, given the fact that even after a charge sheet is filed, if there is any fresh evidence, a supplementary charge sheet can be filed. And that's exactly what has happened. This comes after multiple searches were basically carried out by the Central Bureau of Investigation in the national capital that was linked to certain properties of the Deputy Chief Minister. But one such property where the searches were basically carried out was in the Delhi NCR region, which included an under construction mall. In fact, the information that we had at that point in time was the fact that the Central Bureau of Investigation suspected that the proceeds of crime was being diverted and was being utilized in the under construction mall. Something that has been categorically refuted by the Deputy Chief Minister, who's essentially said that he was a child when this alleged scam took place, and there is no question of him being involved. Now, what the CBI basically suspects is that in the Land for Jobs scam is that when Lalu Prasad Yadav was the Union Railway Minister, undeserving candidates were actually given the job in the Railway Department. Now, how did the scam actually unfold? It was basically Lalu Prasad Yadav's personal assistant and a few others who were basically in touch with these undeserving candidates, and in lieu of the jobs that were basically given in the Railway Department, Lalu Prasad's his family members essentially got land in return, and apart from that also cash. Apart from that, in the proceeds of crime, what the CBI also suspects is that the cash that was actually given to them was being diverted to other properties. In fact, they have also come across Land Revenue Department records, which goes on to show that there were gifts that were actually given to the former Chief Minister of Bihar, Rabri Devi. That is exactly why you're looking at a supplementary charge sheet being filed. And remember, in the past, too, personal assistant of the former Union Minister was placed under arrest by the Central Bureau of Investigation, who in his statement to the CBI has essentially admitted that jobs were actually given to candidates who were not even in the merit list.
Okay. All right, Shravan, why don't you stay with me? We also have Prakash now. And, Prakash, is there absolutely any reaction that we've heard from Tejasvi Yadav in person, from the party in question? And what about Nitish Kumar and his morality now? You have a sitting Deputy Chief Minister who's now been charge-sheeted on moral ethical grounds. Should we see him resigning? Is that even under the radar or absolutely not?
Well, Tejasvi Yadav is abroad right at the moment. He will be getting back to India after 7th or 8th of this month. As far as the moral posturing in this particular case is concerned, you know how politicians all across the spectrum work, whether it is the BJP, JDU, RJD, any party, morality doesn't work for them. But as far as this particular case is concerned, it is up to the Rouse Avenue Court in 12th. On 12th of July, it will be taken up. We'll wait and watch what kind of argument that takes place on that particular day and on that particular in this particular case. But as a matter of fact, I've gone through the length and breadth of this case for a long time now. And prima facie, what it appears after going through the pages of various investigating agencies and having covered this entire case at large for the last 10 years, ever since it was unearthed. There are multiple gifts that were given, as someone was mentioning, to Rabri Devi, Misha Bharti, Tejasvi Yadav, and there are multiple other cases. Companies were formed and Benami transactions took place through Hawala, and the shares were transferred in the name of Tejasvi and Tej Pratap Yadav. That is another case, that is IRCTC. But in the land for job scam, gifts in the form of land were given to the kins of Lalu Yadav, especially Misa Bharti, and the personal staffs of Lalu Yadav were the witness to it because they were handwritten signatures of both Rabdi Devi as well as Bhola Yadav, who was also arrested by the CBI. And Bhola Yadav has been with Lalu Yadav for a long time. Today, when Lalu Yadav was releasing the book of Nitish Kumar, Bhola Yadav was present along with Lalu Yadav on the dais. We can use those pictures in the story, and maybe he would have given some evidence to it. And that is how Tejasvi Yadav was earlier claiming that he was a minor when this entire scam was unearthed. But when you enjoy the proceeds of the crime, that is also a crime. And maybe on the basis of that, the supplementary charge sheet would have been filed. And we will wait and watch what happens on 12th of July. Back to you.
All right, Prakash and Shravan, for the moment, thank you so much for getting us those details. So this is essentially when Lalu Prasad Yadav, remember, was the Railways Minister from 2004 to 2009. He's been accused of offering Group D appointments in railways in lieu of plots of land in the name of his family members. And this is where the role of Tejasvi becomes important. Though, as Prakash, remember, underscored, he's essentially been saying that I was a minor, I have nothing to do with this. But the agencies think otherwise. The reason why now he has been named in that charge sheet. We're shifting our focus to our next breaking update. This is about the abrogation of Article 370. It's a 5-judge bench led by the CJI that will be taking up a batch of petitions that challenge the abrogation of Article 370. Now, the case has been listed for directions on July the 11th. This is also when the court will take up the issue whether the petition by the bureaucrat Shah Faisal can be withdrawn or not. In fact, you would recall that this is close to about 4 years after the abrogation of Article 370 from the Constitution that had actually given special status to Jammu and Kashmir. It's a constitution bench that's going to be headed by the CJI that is going to be hearing a batch of such petitions that challenge the abrogation of Article 370. It's about 20 such petitions that are right now with the court, and the case has been listed for directions on July the 11th when the court will be taking up the entire issue. And like I said, you would recall this matter was earlier listed in the March of 2020 when a 5-judge constitution bench of the Supreme Court decided not to refer this batch of petitions to a 7-judge constitution bench, despite some petitioners wanting to seek a reference. Now, the case has seen a number of significant twists and turns, but for the moment, what we can tell you, and it's a story that is just developing, that a constitution bench of the Supreme Court will hear petitions that challenge the abrogation of Article 370 on the 11th of this month.
Whiting School of Engineering at Johns Hopkins University, the top 7th ranked university of the US, and Amity University have partnered to offer master's and doctoral degrees in engineering. Study partly in India and partly in the US or fully in India. For details, visit amity.edu/WSEJHU.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news update from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto. Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news updates from across the country only on Republic TV. Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news update from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news updates from across the country only on Republic TV.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand, brings you the latest breaking news update from